cases.
Oh, that's why. I think we should just play that song. It's safer.
Are you worried about it not fitting?
No, I'm worried about the SH word.
You were supposed to keep the playlist clean.
I tried, but I couldn't find the clean version for that. It wouldn't. Well, that's why we want it.
Take it off the playlist. Is that loud enough? Or you want more? Move it. There, now you're set.
We'll just play that song.
Do you want it louder?
Yeah.
Because the live stream's going.
Can you hit play on it?
Check.
Right at the beginning. And it's on my.
So, are you going to hit play? Yeah. Deanna.
Please let your representative. Thank you.
Okay, so we're going to stay in this pattern, calling them questions right off the bat, and then you know how it is, before you get back to this. So we're going to stay in formation, okay, until I tell you about the other part. When we're done with the clapping, what's going to happen is the teacher is going to sit at the table, my classified staff, like my home fellows, the students, and you guys are all over this stage, and we're going to you guys. We have some presentations that we're going to do. Some of it is you're going to see there's a new state law that is just passed about a moment of silence, and we're going to teach the staff how after we guys and talk about exactly what that is for our students. And we're going to do that together this morning in the pledge briefing. We'll have guest speakers. Some of you sitting here are guest speakers. If you want to stay for that, that's fine. If you are thinking to go do it, you can't stay for that, that's okay as well. And in there, during that, we are going to open up the 7 o'clock at time. Then you're not one of our guest speakers, but you're really filming. We have something to say to come up our teachers and make them feel special. Keep in mind this is a special time. All right? Feel free to utilize that time. Okay? Some of them may go on and say some things as well. Any questions on that before you get started? You guys are awesome. Smile big. Let's make it super loud.
May you have auspiciousness and causes of success. May you have the confidence to always do your best. May you take no effort in your being generous, sharing what you can, nothing more, nothing less. May you know the meaning of the word happiness. May you always lead from the beating in your chest. May you be treated like an esteemed guest. May you get to rest, may you catch your breath. May the best of your todays be the worst of your tomorrows. Whoa. May the road less paved be the road that you follow. Whoa. Well, here's to the hearts that you gonna break. Here's to the lives that you gonna change. Here's to the infinite possible ways to love you. I want you to have it. Here's to the good times we gonna have. You don't need money, you got free pass. Here's to the fact that I'll be sad without you. I want you to have it all. I want you to have
It's always low, and your eyes in the sky, my dear. I see you lying, smiling at me, we all know why. There's no way to repay you back. Bless your heart, I love you so. Honest and selfish, I know this hurts you. Good job, do a good job, good job. Do a good job, don't get too loud. Run with you now, know that you
Go ahead and stop the music.
Welcome, Continental family, and we want to thank you for all of our extended family that came out this morning that's been planning this top secret mission. To express our love and appreciation for you, because you really truly are loved and you're truly appreciated, each and every single one of you. And right now, what we would like to do is also thank our board members who were able to make it this morning: Shelley Kice, Callie Allen, and Steve Osterly. At this time, we're going to be doing the Pledge of Allegiance. But before you stand, I'd like to ask Alessandra Miranza to come forward, who will be singing the national anthem. And I have Mr. Lakin, who will be, I don't know where he snuck off to. Okay, I can't see you. Who's going to be explaining the moment of silence.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome back. One of the things that we decided to do to start off this year is kind of set the trend for you. So many of you may have heard of House Bill 2707. It was approved by Governor Ducey at the end of last year. And it's really just adding to things that we already have in place here at Capitol School. So as a school, we do the Pledge of Allegiance every morning. This, really what this is doing is adding a 1 minute of a minimum of a moment of silence. And that's just for everybody to take time to ponder, to get their head straight in the beginning of the morning. I'm going to read that House Bill to you so we understand what that looks like, and then we're going to demonstrate that today for all of you. So House Bill 2707, it has 6 steps to it. I'm going to read all of those just so that we're all on the same page with it. Acquire United States flags that are manufactured in the United States and that are at least 2 feet by 3 feet and hardware to appropriately display the United States flag. For grades 7 through 12, acquire a legible copy of the Constitution of the United States and the Bill of Rights that is manufactured in the United States. Display the flags in accordance with Title IV of the United States Code in each classroom in on or near the outside of the school building during school hours and at such other times as the school authorities direct. For grades 7 through 12, place a legible copy of the Constitution of the United States and the Bill of Rights adjacent to the classroom flag. Set aside a specific time each day for students who wish to recite the Pledge of Allegiance of the United States. Number 6, this one's new. For kindergarten programs in grades 1 through 12, set aside at least 1 minute, but not more than 2 minutes, at the beginning of each school day for students to engage in enrollment assignments during which students may not interfere with other students' participation. The teacher or other school employee may not suggest the nature of any reflection in which a student may engage during the moment of silence. Each teacher of a class in which a moment of silence occurs, pursuant to this paragraph, shall encourage parents of students in the class to discuss with their children how to best use the moment of silence required by this program. So once again, we're providing a minute. It's just to be a moment of reflection. If people have different beliefs, it's that time for them to turn to those. And for those that don't wish to, then they can just sit there quietly. At this time, we're going to take 1 minute of silence to start our program, to reflect. Thank you. Can you please stand for the pledge of allegiance? I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed after toil's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the rapids we watched, were so lonely streaming, and oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave? Thank you, Alessandra. Beautiful. At this time, we would like to welcome Julie Cerulli from our Continental Education Foundation to come up. She has a message she would like to share with you, and it's especially new information for those of you new on our staff.
Thank you. Welcome, everybody. This is so great. My name is Julie Cerulli, and I am part of the Continental School Educational Foundation Board, which we are a board. We oversee an endowment fund solely for Continental School, and our mission is to support all of you teachers, staff, everything Continental. So, anyway, I just wanted to say, it's so great to see all of you, and I was a Continental parent, my kids are now in college, and 20 years later, I'm still doing this. This is a special school and a special place, and for all of you new teachers, you know, this is exciting, and welcome. What I have today is, I'll probably leave them in your boxes, so it's probably easiest. But we have a program that, it's a mini grant program. So we give out at least $5,000. You can apply for a $250 mini grant for pretty much anything you need. School supplies, maybe have special projects that you want to do. It's really easy. It's like 5 lines. There's really no limit. Other than it's $250, and sometimes for something special, we can do more too. But anyways, I hope you guys all take advantage of this. You can do it all year long. We really would like your application turned in by November 1st and have your projects finished by the end of the year. But please look for this in your box, and hope you guys will all apply, and thank you. Sorry, one more thing I wanted to add. And our big fundraiser is Saturday, February 11th. And all of you teachers, we invite all of you to come. We give you a ticket, and it's a night out for you to come and join, have fun. It's a big fundraiser. We have silent auctions, live auction. Parents, a lot of community members come. It'll be at the Community Performing Arts Center. So we just want to give that one.
And this night is for all of you. They put so much hard work into planning that big event, because the money comes back to you and the students. So thank you, Jolie. And then next, we would like to welcome our superintendent, Mrs. Roxana Rico.
Good morning, everyone. I'm so excited to see all of you, and thank you again, parents and students, for being here. And let's give them another round of applause, because the students woke up early to be here, and you people really have to be here. So thank you so much. And a great reminder that this is who we serve, our community and our kids. And if it weren't for you, we wouldn't have the amazing jobs that we have. So I just, from the bottom of my heart, want to thank all of you parents and students for being here. So welcome back to Continental. This is us. And we talked about our theme for the year. And you know how we always have to have a motto or a mantra in our heads. And as Mrs. Cuevas was talking, and we were talking about our climate surveys and our goals for the year, and really, this is us. This is who we are. This is our staff. This is the community that we serve. These are our students. So that's going to be our theme for the year. Again, our mission statement, and we can't say it enough. It's posted in your rooms and posted everywhere in our building, but truly, Continental School District will provide a community environment in which all individuals are challenged to achieve excellence in academics, character, and life skills. And we have to believe it, we have to behave that way. It's what we expect from our teachers, our students, and our family members. Our vision statement, building for the future, learning, cooperating, and caring for all. And it really is about learning, about cooperating and caring. We have to care for each other if we're going to be able to provide that learning environment that kids need. And it takes a village, right? We have to cooperate. So just a few facts. Did you know our demographics, our ethnicity? We have 48% Hispanic students. We have 4.3% claim 2 or more ethnicities, 0.32% Native American, 1% Asian, 1.4% Black, 0% Pacific Islander, and 45% white. This is us. This is who we serve. Our free reduced lunch rate is 37%, and as you know, we have to be at 40% free reduced in order to continue to receive federal funding and our grants. And this year, there's a new legislation where free and reduced percentages are going to really add to our budget. So parents, even though you may not qualify. We just need to encourage everybody to get those applications in so that we can have a true reflection of the funding that we need. So title grants, the federal funding that we get is $234,000 a year, and it's been reduced probably by $60,000 from last year. Every year it keeps going down, but that's where a free and reduced rate makes a difference, right? And they base it on that. Our title grants, or whatever they are, and title grants is what we use to pay for summer school. We use for special material, curriculum, professional development. Tax credit funding, $66,000, and that sustains all clubs, sports, and tutorials. That's what we have, what we received this past year. In the past, we've received more. We do have extra money in that fund, but just tax credits are so important. So again, we need to get the word out because it's dollar for dollar, and there's no other place that I know of that can sustain their clubs, sports, and tutorials on tax credit funds. So I think we need to give you all and our parents another round of applause and our community members for helping us with that. Our general annual budget is a little bit over $7 million. So 80% of our budget goes to salaries, and the other 20% is for school operations. Okay, so empowerment. Again, staff and students must have the confidence and skills to empower themselves. By the very definition of empowerment, one must be able to take responsibility and ownership of their teaching and learning. And that's all staff and our students. We have to be confident that we have the skills to teach our students, and students have to have the confidence that they can learn the material being presented. Parents trust us, and they also have confidence in themselves as parents, with our staff, and with our students. You've heard me talk about this several times for years. This is my 6th year here, and I'm so excited to be able to continue my leadership journey with all of you. But the 4 agreements, as we talk about our climate surveys, and we talked about our goals again, and talking about the climate and the culture of our school, be impeccable with your words. What matters is when you're saying helpful or hurtful. Heighten awareness of your words, emotions you express, your attitude, and your actions. And I heard this, and it says, behave in the way that gets you the life you want. So if you just think about that, behave in the way that gets you the life you want. If you're not impeccable with your words, we manifest our own destiny and our own negativity. Don't take anything, and then you'll hear me say this, for every negative person you encounter, you need 7 positive people to undo the damage. And I talk about our bus drivers. They are the first people that our students see in the morning, or those of you, our parapros who are at the gates, our teachers who are at your duty spots. Are you going to be impeccable with your words, and are you going to be able to be that person that lifts the students up first thing in the morning? Or when they get off the bus, are they going to be drained and need to find 7 positive people? Well, when they have that interaction with you. So again, be that positive influence. Be that person that if somebody's had a bad day, you're one of the positive people they can encounter to make them feel better. Don't take anything personally. Nothing others do is because of you. It is a projection of their own reality. And as I went through Love and Logic and being a mom and being a teacher, it's hard to not take things personal because we're working hard, we're doing the best we can, but we can't make it personal. We have to continue that journey and every day continue to make the difference. Don't make assumptions. Find the courage to ask questions and express what you really want. So many times we expect people to read our minds. We assume people know. We assume kids know what we're saying. Well, we've taught it, but they didn't get it. We need to teach it a different way. We assume that it's the best way, but it may not be because kids learn differently. And about each other, right? I always say assume good intentions. I always say, nobody gets up in the morning and says, well, I'm going to see how many kids I can upset today. Or kids don't get up in the morning and say, I'm going to see how mad I can make my teacher today and see how many bad decisions I can make. We assume good intentions. We all get up in the morning and we should be saying, we're going to make it a great day. I'm going to make a difference. We make a difference. And every day is a new day to take on a new challenge and learn something new. Always do your best. Your best will change from moment to moment. It will be different from when you're healthy as opposed to sick or stressed. Under any circumstance, always do your best and avoid regret. Right? If you've done the best and you can go home in the evening and say, I did the best I knew I could do today, and tomorrow's another day, that's all we ask, is that you do your best and that you have a great positive attitude about it. The fifth agreement that came out is be skeptical, but learn to listen. Right? It talks about the control to avoid gossiping and don't comment on other people's ignorance or prejudices. In other words, don't take life too personally. Right? We have to be skeptical, but learn to listen, because who's to say that our thoughts and our views are better than our colleagues or better than the students and the parents that we serve. We can be skeptical, but we have to be willing to listen to each other and give that mutual respect. You are never just a teacher. People say, I'm just a teacher, so. Well, we're getting that up and running. This is a short YouTube video from Dr. Joe Sanfilippo, and his book is Lead from Where You Are, and he's a superintendent of a small town, amazing. You guys think I have energy? Wait till you see this guy. Very entertaining, and so I wanted to share this little clip, so hopefully we'll be able to get it up. But his book is Building Intention, Connection, and Direction in Our Schools. And he talks about, if we don't tell our story, somebody else will. Somebody else will tell the story about Continental based on either their good or bad experiences. And it could be from 10 years ago. It could be people's perceptions or their realities. So how are we going to tell our story, and how are we going to share the good things that happen at Continental? Some neighboring districts, teachers are going back to school, and I'm hearing comments like texting each other, oh, do I really have to get up to go to work today? We didn't eat if I called in.
Not if you're going to be remembered. It is how. I promise you will be remembered. We spent
And I just think that's not going to be our story, right? If that's how you truly feel, just know who you're talking to, how it gets around, right?
the thing that we have to understand about the work that we do. The question is not if you're going to be remembered. It is how. I promise you will be remembered. We spent
The video. Yeah. Streaming perfect. Try it again. Get back a little bit.
And the thing that we have to understand about the work that we do, the question is not if you're going to be remembered, it is how. I promise you will be remembered.
Well, you will be remembered. That's the message.
You will be remembered, yes.
Tell you what, you know what I'm going to do? I'll run up.
So again, you never know whatever we're doing in the day, whether that's going to be somebody's first impression, only impression, right? So we have to remember that first impressions are super important, and we want to tell our continental story. It gets into, if something bad happens, think about a bad experience you have had, and how many people you tell about that bad experience. When you have a good experience, how many people do you tell about how great that was? You go to a restaurant, if the service was bad, everybody wants to fill out the survey. But how many times do you fill out the survey to say, you know what, it was a great meal, it was a great service? So we have to think about first impressions. We will send you that link because you're never just a teacher, and first impressions matter, and you all matter. I hope we can get the last one to before. Okay, and again, thinking about meeting your needs and being balanced, our 4 basic needs, the LAF, L-A-F-F, love and belonging, achievement and power, fun and freedom. Reminder, balance is the key. You have to know yourselves, know your team members, and know your students. And every person requires more of one of these 4 basic needs than the other. So I know those of you who require more love and belonging, who are more intentional about achievement and power, who want to have fun, who need more freedom, just like your own personal kids and our students in the classroom. So balance is the key, and know when you're feeling off balance, when your scales are tipped, and plan for whatever it is you need so that you can be the best you for our students. Let me try it. That's okay, we'll just do that one later, but there's one at the end that I really hope that we can see. Okay, so the challenge and goal for the year, and there was a real pretty little sign that said this is us on the right of the slide, but be ready to positively share and tell our continental story. Make a difference every day, and every child matters. Again, this is us, and let's see if we can see this video.
Albert said it's because I didn't restart my computer.
Good old technology, right? We have to be patient. But again, as I was going back to share how people were texting each other, do I really have to go today? Do I want to go to work today? And I'm thinking, what else would you be doing? What else would you be doing? Like our lives and our jobs matter to our students. So I just want to make sure that we stay positive and stay focused. And on that video, is it going to work or no? No? Okay. Well, on the video, and what we'll do afterwards, because it really talks about everything that you do matters, And what I'd like for you to do right now is get your cell phone out if you have it, and I want you to just text a thank you note to somebody that matters in your life. Somebody that's made a difference, somebody that's helped you. It
I was
doesn't.
asked to share with you all something about leadership. And as I began to think about the things that I could say about leadership, my mind went to the typical things you would think of: courage, communication, commitment, patience, empathy. The things that are most visible to us all in the practice of leadership. But as I thought more about the position we find ourselves in and what we might need to reflect upon, I started hearing two words: unite. Unite. You see, courage is necessary, yes. So is communication. And we're likely not getting far without commitment and patience. But in order to even embody those things and be willing to, you must first be convinced, find confidence in, and likely be reassured of the fact that you matter. I don't even know if anyone has told me this recently, but you matter. Each and every one of us matters. We matter to each other, we matter to our families, our communities. If you don't believe me, think about this. In the middle of the season of uncertainty, each and every one of us has been asked to spend our days not focusing on ourselves, but to focus outwardly and primarily do one thing: serve people. We serve colleagues, we serve friends and family, the communities we are part of, and so likely that means Monday through Sunday, no compromise, no excuses, and likely very little rest. So in the remaining minutes I have, I'm going to remind you again: you matter. We matter. Even if it's just for one person, each of us has been asked to play a role. It doesn't matter how big or small it is. We can help someone navigate their livelihood, their dreams, goals, and ambitions that potentially very active people through the their table, keep them through the our tables. If that's not a reminder of your significance, I probably should start over. At this very moment, you may not feel successful. Still, you matter. You may feel small. Still, you matter. Unimportant and outright ill-equipped. Doesn't matter. You matter. You might feel beat up, frustrated, confused, paid less than you think you should, but that doesn't change the fact that you are where you are, and it's in a position of significance, and everything you think, say, or do today does matter, because you matter. So, I have some homework for you. Take a look in the mirror. Take a selfie, take a screenshot, whatever it needs to be. Spend a few seconds and look at yourself and say to yourself, I'm looking at someone who matters. Do it because you do. From there, I want you to tell someone else, whether it's a DM, a phone call, a text message, or an email. Tell someone else in your team or your inner circle how much they matter. Every day matters. All the time it matters. And it matters because you matter. It matters because we matter.
You are matter. Take a moment to text somebody that matters and makes a difference in your life. We'll give you 2 minutes. Thank you. You're all awesome. Here's your messages. Then you can take your selfies later. While you're doing that, who has a birthday coming up? Who's the closest birthday? Mr. Davis, tomorrow, here's your copy of the 4 agreements. Yay! Who else had a birthday closest to? Christy. Courtney? Courtney? Okay, Courtney, here you go. Happy birthday. When's your birthday? Next Monday. Okay, happy birthday. Is everybody done with their text? Okay. So I always get scolded because I have like 30,000 tabs open on my computer, and that is why the videos weren't playing. Sorry, I closed them all. It'll work now. Next up, we have Mr. Lathan, our Director of Student Services.
Good morning, everybody. I want to take you on a journey with me today. Over the summer, I had the opportunity to go with my family to Florida. And one of the things that's been on my bucket list since I was a little kid, but we couldn't afford it because there was 8 of us, and I don't know if you've ever taken your family parasailing, but putting 10 people behind a boat is expensive. So we decided to do it with our family. And so we went to Florida to visit family and go on vacation, and we decided we were going to take our kids parasailing. So we get to the parking lot at the beach. It's on the ocean. We get out and we start walking towards our apartment down the beach. And as we walk down the beach, each one of us had different feelings. Some of us were super excited. Some of us were scared. Some of us were nervous. Some of us were indifferent. I'd like to reflect on the school year. Some of us sitting here now are nervous. Some are scared. Some are indifferent. We all have different feelings and emotions, and as we walk, we can see what's about ready to happen. So you can already see there's boats out there, and there's people parasailing, and we walk up to a tent. Mr. Ferguson, we walk up to a tent. And at this tent, there's a lady. This lady right here. And she knows everything. She's in charge. She's on Miss Rico. She's made sure that I signed a contract turning my life over and the life of all of my children, aka your contract. And that whatever happens, we're all in at that point. They also make us watch a safety video and tell us all the things that we need to do, just like you just had happen. At this point, me and my safety self, I raise my hand and say, I have a question. And the lady says, sir, what? He said, well, yesterday on the news, I saw that there was a family of 3, 2 boys and a mom. They were parasailing and the captain cut the cord and the mom died because she hit the bridge. And here I am, right? You know me, a safety guy. What are you assuring that that doesn't happen to me? And she says, sir, I don't know that captain, but I know our captain. And our captain has 20 plus years of experience pulling people parasailing. And you're in the ocean, there's no bridges. I said, okay, I can live with that. And so my kids, of course, are standing there like, wait, what? Someone died yesterday from parasailing? An hour down the beach? Yeah. So we decided to do it anyway, because sometimes you just have to take risks and jump in, right? So we said, okay, we got all the district stuff taken care of. That's what we just did. Thank you, Miss Rico. And then we decided, now we gotta go and we gotta wait. So now we're gonna wait for a week. Our kids gonna wait here for a week. So we go to the edge of the ocean and we see this. We see a tiny little yellow boat. It reminds me of my bus drivers. And man, these guys are a riot. They're fun. And my kids started conversations. One of them, before Rustin even got on the boat, said, I can already tell. You're not going to remember a thing I say, and everything I'm going to tell you is going to save your life. And Rustin's like, what did you say? So he prepared us by getting us there, giving us the safety lines, making sure we're all harnessed up and getting us where we need to be. That's your curriculum. That's safety lines. That's your standards. Okay? And out we went, out in the ocean. We didn't be staged out there, we just sat for a little bit because there were people already being pulled on the big boat. And we hear the captain come over the radio and say, hey, it's the principal playboss calling the district office. Silence. This is Ms. Blaylock calling the district office. Why aren't you communicating with me? Silence. Is anybody there? Is anybody paying attention? Captain's getting pretty antsy. Meanwhile, the bus drivers are laughing. They think this is hilarious. So the bus drivers get annoyed and say, "Hey, district office, Captain's trying to get a hold of you." "Oh, I didn't know." Get on the radio. "Captain, what can you do to assist you?" Silence. "Captain, are you there?" More silence. Bus drivers laughing, uncontrollable at this point. Communication issues. They're not making connections. Just the mere fact, on a windy day, their communication got lost in the wind. One's on the beach trying to relay important information about the next customers. Captain can't communicate. So then what you get is the funny guys communicating back and forth and trying to relay messages. Does this sound familiar? Okay. You know what? They did it, bro. We're a team, and they got the important information relayed. So then it's our turn. So we pull up, we climb off, we get on the big boat, and we end up going. So there's 6 of us. We decided that the 3 boats should go together. So the captain takes over, and he says, "Go ahead and sit on the back deck." And he puts me on one side, he puts Gary, because we're about the same size, on the other side, and he puts Rustin in the middle. And then he says, there's 2 people on there, right? The captain and the first mate, who I already talked about. And you can tell this first mate, it was his first day. So we have this really experienced captain, he says, "All right, you got it." At first, I missed the part. The first mate puts Rustin on the left. And the captain looks and says, "We didn't really do that for it. We're going to just tip over right like this." And so the captain makes the first mate change. And the first mate makes that change. And the captain says, you go to the next slide, sir. Captain says, "Take the red harness and put on the blue." So my harness right here is red. Put on the blue. So the first mate clicks it solidly on the green. And I'm looking at him like, "Hey, did you know that guy was colorblind?" Because you know me. That's what I said to him. And the captain goes, "What are you doing?" And so originally, the first mate thought he was doing what he should, which is hooking a harness straight up and a harness straight up. But because of the weight, we had to make changes. So you can see that our harnesses aren't clipped directly above our heads. It's what makes it for the best ride. And the captain knew that going into this. The first mate, if you haven't figured out who that is yet here at Continental School, that's me. Running through it, trying to do my best. So here we have, we're set to go. At this point, there's no going back. You're strapped in, you have no choice. With no going out. I will tell you, Gary is definitely afraid of heights, even to the point that he has problems climbing ladders. We're on this together. So we head off and we end up going. All scared, all nervous. They start wheeling us out the back. And let me tell you, instantly, peace and calm. Not what I expected. I expected all of the jerking around, and immediately, when we were doing what we went there to do, as soon as that chute caught that wind, it was like I was standing on concrete, just solid and steady. And we slowly went up till we were a couple hundred feet in the air. And from there, we got a whole different perspective. Do you know what we found? We could see everything. Everything was clear. We could see down and see the water. We could see the girls in the boat. We could see the beach. We could see everything. The signals, they were flying right by us. It was beautiful, and it was serene and peaceful. I too had a video because of the glitches, and I decided not to go with it, that showed you all this. And as we're there, floating peacefully, Right when we went, this is amazing, we could do this forever, the captain decided to do something different. It's called the formal assessment. He decided to turn and slow down. So we started losing our perspective, and we went down and down and down until we found ourselves being dipped in the water. As you can see in this, Rustin is about half the size of both Gary and I. So we go in and we get our dip. Rustin's toes didn't even touch the water. Gary and I got dipped up to our waists. So we go back up, and the captain realized this. He took stock and said, Rustin, he just didn't get what he paid for in this public education. So he decided to send us back up so we could do some reteaching and enriching. So we did that, and then he brought us down for another assessment, but this time he brought us down hard. Gary and I went up to our chins. Rustin got his lesson, and he ended it really well. The meanwhile, I was screaming the entire time. The reason why I share this is our continental family. We're going on vacation in 7 days. We're taking our students with us, and we're doing it because we know that sometimes things are scary. Sometimes things are hard. Sometimes it's something you don't want to do. We call it forced family fun. Thank you, Gary. But it's one of those experiences that all of us will remember the rest of our lives, and that we'll take with us. I didn't pay for this experience, planning on using it in teacher orientation on the first day. It's just one of those things that we go through life and we learn. And it broadens our minds and helps us realize what we do matters. There will be times throughout this year that our captain asks us to do things, or forces us in our case, because we were at the end of a rope and had no choice. Sound familiar? Keep smiling, because the captain's job is to make sure that you enjoy the ride, and that you experience life to its fullest. All in mind, keeping in your safety. I'm so privileged to be the first mate here at Continental School. I love each and every one of you. And I will vow to you that I will work tirelessly to improve myself, to listen to my captain and my tent, my superintendent, who gives us that guidance, and we will continue to try to increase our communication so that we can better, in turn, serve you as our teachers, as our bus drivers, our custodians, our program assistants, our paid our lunch staff, everyone in this room. Our goal is to make this year the best year ever, and I know that we're going to have an awesome and amazing time, and so sit back and enjoy the ride. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Lathan. Welcome to the 2022-23 school year. Welcome to the 2022-23 school year. We have been anxiously awaiting for your arrival and are so happy that you're here. It's a new school year, a new start. There are many in this room who are heading into 25 plus years of working in education, and others who are striving to reach that 20-year mark. There are those who it's their first year, maybe not in education, but here with us at Continental. There are new faces, new Continental family that we welcome on board with us. If you are new this year to our staff, if you can please stand. Welcome. We're so happy to have you on board. We also have new student Colts who will be joining us as well. One of them I know, I don't know if she's still here, but she was so excited to be here this morning, wasn't sure how it was going to go. Her name is Grace, and she's going to be in 6th grade. But she's so excited to be here and get to know all of her teachers. We have over 100 staff members and over 650 students. We are teachers, support staff, grounds and maintenance, custodians, bus drivers, cafeteria staff, clerical staff, school admin, district admin, governing board members. We are moms, dads, uncles, aunts, sons, daughters, cousins, grandparents, friends. We have stories and backgrounds that can and will impact one another. We have special talents, some we may not even have discovered yet. We have hearts. We have compassion. We make mistakes. We cheer each other on. We give praise. We care. We love. Look around. This is us. If I could please have Callie Allen, parent and board member, come forward.
Good morning, guys. I'm really happy to be here, mostly because I'm super excited for the kids to go back to school. It's been a long summer, you guys. I have been on the board for a whopping year and a half. One of the first things I did is I sent out a bunch of random emails to many of you asking for feedback because I don't know what I'm doing. You guys are the educators and the ones that do this for a living. So the most precise feedback I got was that we needed a new ELA curriculum. I might be super wrong on this, but it sounded to me like we had a lot of ELA curriculums and they didn't talk to each other, and so it was hard going from grade to grade. There was no continuity. So okay, I had a cause, I had a mission. I was going to make sure we got a new ELA curriculum. So, come to find out, it was already slated to be reviewed last year. So, you're welcome. Mission accomplished. Good job. And so that's what I was going to lead with. We got you a new math curriculum, we got you a new ELA curriculum, science is up this year. So this is all good stuff. I'm sure this is all, curriculums are a big deal, right? When I started thinking throwing new curriculums at you might be a whole lot of work for you guys. So you have to learn the curriculum, I'm assuming. I mean, we're giving you a whole week this week to learn the new ELA one. So we're also expecting test results to look like you've been using these curriculums your entire lives. No pressure. But we know we're throwing a lot of things at you. Teachers, you hear that all the time, and it's not going to stop. I have been a Colt parent. I think this is going to be my 12th year being a Colt parent. I've got 2 teenagers at Walden, and I've got a 2nd grader. So you would think with all this experience, I would be a whole lot better at it. But being a parent to school children is very hard. And there's a lot of ego that comes into play, I think, with parents, because they are your babies. No one knows better than me what they need. But my youngest, my 2nd grader, she started school fall of 2020, in kindergarten, on her laptop, a 5-year-old on her laptop at my kitchen table, reminding me every single day how terrible I am at this. Kindergarten on laptops, probably not the most effective way to teach them reading, right? But we got through it, and I grew a lot as a parent of students through those months at my kitchen table with all those laptops. I've always wanted to be one of those parents that you guys could always rely on. I'll bring the cookies, I'll volunteer, I'll cut out all of your shapes for some project. I really wanted to do the Workday Wednesday. That has been a personal goal of mine for several years. I have shown up 0 times. I did do the Colt Buck store once. It was the very last Colt Buck store before the pandemic, so I had a really good run there. But that's not what I'm good at. I have had to decide, come to terms with the fact that I will never be one of those parents. My mother was, but that's not who I am. I'm good at a lot of things, I'm very talented, but this is just not one of those things. And that's where you guys come in. You're always hearing that you're making up for us, and you feel a lot like babysitters a lot of times, I'm sure. There are things that you guys have taught my kids that probably should have been my job. I don't know where my son learned to tie his shoe, just one day he did it. So thanks. There's probably someone in this room. You guys do a lot more than teach the curriculums and go through that. And this school is made up of a lot more than just curriculums and teachers. The relationship with the bus drivers, your relationship with these kids is probably very different than someone in the classroom. You see the kids in different circumstances, and maybe when they're exhausted or goofing off with their friends. So you see a different side to them, and you guys are constantly having to analyze these kids and their needs and work on a partnership with all of these like super involved, ready to get stuff done parents. And that's why you guys will never be replaced by robots, because humans are messy, humans are complicated, and little humans are even worse. And so thank you very much for picking up my slack over the last 12 years. We've got 6 years to go, so you're not getting rid of me. And thank you for all that you do, helping these humans turn into good humans as grown-ups. That's how I try to parent, just trying to make good grown-ups out of them, needing the least amount of therapy as possible. Not doing that great. My daughter's a lot of work, okay? Not the little one, she's cool. The older one's a lot of work. And she would never have made it through school if it wasn't for very many people here in this room. And you hear the term, it takes a village, and you guys are your own village. You have all of these extensions, all of these coming and goings, different kids, different parents, all in different circumstances. And you band together every time, new curriculums or not, pandemics or not, the job gets done. And you guys never get the credit that you deserve. You get a lot of lip service, so I'm here giving you more lip service about how awesome you are. But know that you are very seen and very appreciated, and I am here to help you guys as much as I can. I love getting emails from any of you. I'm walking around in the dark without your direction. So thank you guys very much for all the input I've received over the last year and a half. As a board member, thank you very much for helping me raise my children. And you guys are loved and a very important part of this community. Thank you guys.
Thank you, Kelly. Next, we have Olivia Frazier. If she could come forward. Give her a big round of applause.
Hi, my name is Olivia Frazier, and today I wrote a poem about first impressions. First impressions can be strong about those we see around, yet how often are they wrong? That is the truth I found. Not all who cry are weak, not everyone who looks can see. Not all who quiet are meek, not all who nod agree. Not all who have crazy hair are lazy, not all who snarl are cruel, not all who smile are kind. Not everyone clumsy is a fool, not all who wonder are lost. We never know people's character in just a single instance. We never know who people are by judging from a distance. Whether we like it or not, we'll always be around people, and that is why on the first day of school, first impressions matter.
Next up, we have Chloe Webbux.
In August 2020, I started going to school at Continental School District. I was really excited and nervous at the same time too. I sat in my chair in the corner at the front of the room. I wish that I would have sat in the back, but if I kept still enough and said not a word, maybe, just maybe, no one would notice me at my desk. Pretending to look busy so I didn't look awkward, I examined my pencil with great fascination, and trying to breathe as quietly as I could so I wouldn't disturb any of my other classmates. I thought of what the day would hold. Coming into the school was like a new opportunity to be more confident and cool and everyone's favorite person. Chloe Cuevas, the coolest kid in 5th grade, has a nice ring to it, don't you think? But here I was at my desk, examining my fingernails in awe, desperately hoping that someone would say hi, and dreading it at the same time. Why was I like this? Why was I so shy and awkward? Everyone was catching up with old friends, talking and laughing, while I was trying to make myself invisible, thinking about how I was going to make it through the day without saying anything. Save myself some embarrassment, if you will. All of this goes through my head at the first minute of class. Does this sound familiar to anyone? Just as I was going to accept the fact that there was not going to be any me and I would always be the quiet kid in class, I looked up to my 5th grade teacher, Mrs. Adams. She smiled and waved. Mrs. Adams might not even remember this, but I did. For 2 years I've remembered this simple gesture, the simple gesture that somehow powered me up again. Maybe it was the fact that someone knew I existed, or just that someone believed in me, but the simple smile and wave turned my whole day around. No, I didn't have a million friends, and I probably didn't even talk to 5 people that day. But if Mrs. Adams believed in me, then I believed in me. The reason I share this with you all is because I wanted to give an example of the impact my 5th grade teacher made in my life. And it's not just that one teacher. This whole school is full of the most amazing teachers and staff on earth. Other kids are not so lucky. When I was in 2nd grade, I didn't really hit the jackpot with my teacher. I was almost sure that the only reason why she taught 2nd grade was to be able to have some kids to torture at a hand's reach. This teacher was just overall moody and she hated her job. So it seemed that she took out all her anger on us poor, innocent little 2nd graders. But after all these years, I still remember how this teacher broke me down. I was having a lot of trouble with math in her class, and all of her lessons were super outdated and bland. If you're not enjoying what you're learning, then it doesn't seem to stick to your brain. So me, being an impatient, fidgety little 7-year-old, tended to zone out a lot. One day, she was droning on and on. It seemed never ending, an infinite pile of word mush that was coming out of her mouth. blah, blah, blah all day long. Then, in the middle of her blah, blah, blahing, I heard my name. Hello, Chloe, are you there? She said. Tell me the answer to number 4. I looked in my math packet. 14, I asked. She gave me a dirty look and slapped her pointer on my paper. Wrong page, she said through gritted teeth. I frantically flipped the pages in my packet until I saw number 4 on the other piece of paper. At this point, I was really embarrassed and could feel the hot burn of my classmates' eyes on my face. I answered the question with some trouble, and after I did, she told me something that I've held on to for years, in a negative way. She basically said that I was too slow in math in her class, and she didn't think that I was going to be able to learn what she was teaching. I think that year of my life was the one where I lost a lot of confidence. I left it all at the front door of my second grade classroom. After 5 years, I remembered that second grade teacher, the one who made me believe that I sucked at math, and the one who stole my confidence from me. Us students really look up to our teachers, so the things that they tell us really stick. When I left that school, I sort of expected the teachers to be like the ones in my old school. Why was I wrong? I could name countless wonderful actions and deeds that this school's teachers and staff have done for not just me, but for all the students in our school. I feel so much more happy in this school, thanks to the people that make it what it is. Simply amazing. So I just want to say one last thing, for all the teachers and staff. Thank you for all you do for our students, because we realize it and appreciate it. And also, good luck, because this year is going to be a year to remember.
Right now, before we have our last student speaker, we're going to go ahead and just open up the mic if there's anybody who wants to share anything or say anything. You did it. You are the best. You are the SEAL Team 6 of education. You are the only district in Pima County that successfully navigated 2.5 years of the most difficult challenge ever faced by education. This is us. This is what you did. Give yourself a big round of applause. There is no one at Amphi, no one at Sunnyside, no one at Vail can do what you did. You led education, you led families, you led children. This is us. You are the best. You did it. Now we're going to ask you one more time. Set those alarm clocks for 5:30. Get up. Come and do it again. Because you are the best. We expect the best. And we know we'll get it. Thank you for everything you do.
Thank you, Mrs. Kemp. Is there anyone else? I can't see with the spotlight. All right, on that note, we would like to welcome Azariah Nahan. If you could please come forward.
Good morning, teachers. First off, I want to thank you for everything you do for us kids. We all know it isn't easy, but you still show up and push us to do our best, even if you don't think we can do it ourselves. Next week, we all come back to school, and let me tell you, I am excited to keep up with you instead of with my mom and the Kardashians. Teachers, are you excited to come back to your favorite place? Excited to see some of your favorite faces? Yeah, we are. It's because of you. We are ready to come back. Can I let you in on a little secret? Just like you believe in all of us, we believe in all of you. It's true. Somehow, when we think something is impossible, you come around and show us nothing is impossible. You help us grow to follow our dreams. We need you to continue giving us the knowledge to accomplish big things in our future. Because you believe in us, we can keep writing our stories and making our dreams come true. Thank you, teachers, for coming back and being some of our biggest supporters. Believe in yourselves the way we believe in you. It's going to be a great year. See you next week.
I think the most important words we hear are from the words of the students that we serve. Right? Let's give them a round of applause. They love you. And I know that you felt that, because I felt it. And they're excited to come back. You've made this school what it is. And we thank you for that, for your dedication, for your passion, for your service, for the days that you feel that you can't do it anymore, and you still show up every single day. And we thank you for that. So thank you for the wonderful words of praise and encouragement for our beautiful teachers and our beautiful staff. Together we will continue to make a difference. Together we will continue to learn. Together, we will continue to grow and celebrate our school community and all that makes us the special school family that we are. Together, we begin this New Year's journey the best way we know how, the Continental way. Thank you for being here for our opening ceremonies. Are you ready for the school year? Thank you to our community who came out this morning to surprise everyone, and we love you all very much. I'm humbled to be your principal. It's hard, it's a hard job to do, but it's the best job that I've ever had. And I don't think I'd feel that way if I would have been any other place, but here. Because I love you guys, and I know that you know that. And I'm so happy for all of you that have just joined on board with us. It's going to be a great year. You joined a really great family. Thank you. Thank you, Superintendent Rico and Mr. Lathan, and every single one of you. So let's cheer and run, and let's have a break. And we'll continue on in about 10 minutes. Thank you, everyone. We're going to be setting up snacks, and we also want to thank Tiffany Morgan and her family who came and have been setting up and working tirelessly to set up in here to surprise you all. Yes, and this is the time that if you have your boards made, the collages, to get them, and then you can head back. If not, we're just going to go around in a little bit and share and introduce. And if we can get, if we still have our student speakers that came, if we could have them come down so we can get a picture of all of you.
Great. Welcome back. Have a great Ay, sí, mira, con el de agua, gracias a Dios. Me gustó mucho. Y bien bonito, ¿no entiendo?
Hey, you did awesome!
Is Alessandra still here?
I know you put it on, that's perfect.
¿Y tú dónde? ¿En Madera? Ah, sí, allí en las 3. Tenemos que juntarnos un día y a cenar. Ya que no, nunca. No, sí. Siempre hablamos. No, el año pasado para ya tú sabes, pero que no se recupera, no se levanta, pero sí, qué bien, sí. ¿Y de qué parte de yo soy de Aguada, sí, de Guaynabo, ¿tienes hijos? ¿Tienes Yo empecé pero mi todo era también, porque también mi hijo venía y vivía ahí en el y el todo era llegar aquí, ya llegué así, ya llevo. Sí, desde el 2007. Sí, sí, y eso es una de las cosas que ha cambiado un poco la cultura. Pero sí, era una y yo que necesito de trabajo.